Old people of Reddit, what are some challenges kids today who romanticize the past would face if they grew up in your era? Born in early 60s. Up to the age of 10 or so he has cancer equals certain death. Don't need to know what stage it is. Don't need to know what type it is. cancer equals DEAD. By 16 I could ask what type. If it was a leukemia or some simpler skin cancers, you have a chance. Ovarian? Yeah, you're still OVARIAN equals DEAD. Today, some types are still monstrous. I had an aunt and a cousin both go from pancreatic. But, last time I checked, today, 2019, ovarian has a 45% 5-year survival rate. Almost even money. And one form of leukemia flips from 95% death to 98% life with one shot. It may be a $5,000 shot, I don't know the cost. But to flip from 95% death to 98% life is amazing at almost any price. Losing any limb is horrible, but the prosthetic limbs today can be incredible. And our expectations are very different for childhood diseases. I have one friend where the doctors told his mother he has muscular dystrophy. He won't live to be 18. He'll be 73 this October 2019. Down syndrome, autism, many were just shuttled off to die in sanatoriums. For all our other problems, 2019 is a very different world than 1960, for the better, in many ways. If you missed an episode of the TV show you liked, you were Sol. Edit. Sol equals S ** T out luck. 54 meters. 3 channels on a S ** TTY TV. If the president was speaking you were screwed. I remember Watergate, mainly because it preempted the Flintstones and Gilligan's Island for a ref ** KING month. Old bastards like me romanticize staying outside all the time, but we did that because if you were inside your dad was using you as his personal remote control to flip channels. When you heard an obscure song you liked, you had better hope the radio DJ told you the title afterwards, or you could just forget about ever figuring out which one it was. Getting lost anywhere with not phone to guide you out. Landline phones and having to talk to our girl's parents to get her on the phone was terrifying. If you need information on something, you walk or ride your bike to the library, go to the card catalog and search fruitlessly for an hour, then go ask the librarian for help, check out the book and go home. Read it. Don't forget to return it, or you'll have a fine. Our porn was in magazines we kept in the woods. Edit. I forgot about the one videotape that got passed around amongst 6 or so kids. You had to try to find underwear catalogs to appreciate the idea of a naked girl. Times were tough. Blockbuster and the relief you felt when there were 20 DVD game cases and one was still available. You felt like you just told the world yes ** *ch. There wasn't an option to download or go to 20 red boxes. If BB didn't have it, F my Friday night. BB genuinely stressed me. Also, F ** KING dial up. You really have no idea what a pain in the ass dial up was, and that noise it made, haunting. Plus family picking up the damn phone when you were about to get a web page up after 8 minutes. Communication. I have been in so many situations, setting up last minute get-togethers, and thought Jesus this would be literally impossible without cell phones. So many scenarios especially when traveling or meeting up, or changes to plans that, and God bless Google Maps. Before GPS or websites like MapQuest, you would use paper maps to find the best route to your destination. Then you would listen to traffic station on AM radio to find out about traffic on your route. Changing routes because of traffic often meant pulling over to study the map. You're bored and want to hang out with your friend? Go to the kitchen and use the phone on the wall to call his house, which rings on the phone in his kitchen. No one answers because of one of million reasons he is not within earshot of that phone. That's it, you're out of options. Go back to being bored. My kids never romanticized about the past, because you know I walked 6 miles to school and back in the snow. Having to cope with boredom. A long distance drive when you're a passenger, waiting in a long line, waiting for someone to pick you up, Waiting at the dentist's office, we had to deal with those types of situations without electronic devices to keep our minds occupied. Edited to add, for pet's sake, *we* coped with boredom back in the day just fine by reading and such like. And no kidding, we had actual books back then. The question was, what challenge would *kids today face if they grew up in our era? Not us but kids today. That was the question. They'd actually have to fight in WW2, not just make jokes about Hitler and Stalin and stuff. About 20 volumes of Encyclopedia Britannica, always about 5 years behind up-to-date information. Losing the car full of friends you were following to the party. Not only do you not get to go to the party, have fun finding your way home, since you don't know where you are. Related, going to a random gas station late at night to buy a map of the area you're in. Sometimes it took years for movies to go from theater to rental/purchase. I thought it'd die of old age before Jurassic Park hit VHS. VHS. Research papers at school, hit the library 4 days, make note cards, assemble by hand, and handwrite your first drafts. Then break out the 20-pound typewriter and pray you don't change your mind on how to word a sentence while typing. They weren't real sea monkeys. From before video cassettes, so when a movie left the theaters, you didn't see it again for years, until it came on TV. I saw Star Wars in a big theater in 1977, when it was still called Star Wars. I saw it a couple more times in its theatrical run. Then not again until like 1981, when it came on TV. Also, ditch weed and other assorted **TTY drugs. Now the stereotypical old timer, going from I was smoking weed before you were born to flat on my ass in no time at all. Dying in Vietnam for no real reason. Ask my dad. He grew up in rural Kentucky back in the 60s, and he said boys had to be careful what they said to each other because protecting one's honor was still a thing. You could get into a fist fight if you called somebody a name, and it was expected that you stand up for yourself. If an insult was addressed to you, you would be bullied and made fun of mercilessly if you weren't tough and didn't have the courage to stand up to yourself. I grew up in the 2000s, and even then any kind of violence was greatly frowned upon and people could get away with saying some very mean **t to each other without repercussions. Package delivery. Order something from a catalog, expect 6 to 8 weeks for delivery. While you wait, you have no tracking and no idea when it will arrive. Just wait and hope. If it keeps not arriving, you can eventually investigate if something went wrong. We didn't mail order things very much back then. Getting your ass beat for doing something wrong by NBR Johnson or Miss Smith, and knowing that when you get home you are going to get it again from your dad. Perfectly acceptable in my day. Your class of 50 is assigned to write a paper on the Prussian War. Cool. The library has 3 books on the subject. Better hope you're one of the first 3 to the library or you're F***KED. The murder rate in the US in the 1980s, when I was teen, was double what it is now. Same with property crime, violent crime and burglary. So in general things are much safer now, but most people don't seem to realize it. Yes, there are a few places where crime and violence is still rampant, but those places are much fewer and far between than they used to be. Even only 30 some years ago, have some medical condition like asthma. Forget this, smoke an inhaler and be fine in 30 seconds. Like today, I took some horrible liquid **t and it didn't do much, and I sat around an oxic and jittery huffing for enough air to stay conscious. Now get off my lawn. Why isn't the Nintendo Northeast's working? Oh, the TV isn't on channel 4. Navigating using paper maps, whole country motorway maps and town AZs. No sat navs when I learned to drive. Oh no. 55,378,008. This was the coolest thing you could do on a handheld gadget. If my grandmother were to answer, and she can't because she died at age 93 4 years ago, she would say death. She was one of 3 kids, and her much loved older sister died at age 12 of a lung infection in the late 1920s. It was rare to have all your children survive into adulthood. Now it is rare when someone loses a child. Period. Can't understand a song lyric? CD or tape booklet doesn't have lyrics included? Yes *** T out luck. For years, my friends thought it was Kiss from a Rose on the Grave, and in spite of my rage I'm still just ready to cave. Make sure to like and subscribe for more daily content. Thanks for watching.